You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
9 o'clock.
Factual, insightful, and credible. It's Nationwide News Now at 9.
Good morning, I'm Andrew Cannon. Coming up in the news for this Sunday morning, January 12, 2025, 3 children killed in fire in St. Anne. Commanding officer for the St. Andrews Central Police Division, Senior Superintendent Mark Harris, is warning violence producers that the police will be coming after them. 2 foreign nationals are among 4 persons slapped with gun charges following an incident on Princess Street in downtown Kingston. In news from the region, in Trinidad and Tobago, Stuart Young gets full support from PNM MPs as PM designate after internal leadership fight. On the international scene, LA Fire's death toll rises to 16 as officials warn against looting and hotel price hikes. While in sport, England beaten in Women's Ashes opener. The details after this.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
We begin with a developing story. 3 children were killed in a house fire in St. Anne this morning. The incident took place in Colgate, Walkerswood. Head of the Jamaica Fire Brigade, Commissioner Stuart Beckford, spoke with our news centre a short while ago.
At approximately 2:24 this morning, the Jamaica Fire Brigade received a report from police control of a house fire in the Colgate district, Walkerswood, St. Anne. The caller reported that individuals were trapped inside the burning home. Both the Ocho and the St. Anne's Bay fire units were immediately dispatched. Upon arrival, the Ocho team observed a house constructed of log wall, fully involved. Firefighters swiftly got into operation to combat the blaze. The house was occupied by 2 adults and 4 children. At the time of the fire, only the grandmother was at home. She reported that the house had no electricity and was being lit by lamps. She further stated that she awoke during the night to find the room where the children were sleeping engulfed in flames. And despite her best effort, she was only able to rescue a 5-year-old who was actually sharing the same bed with her. Tragically, the remains of the other 3 children were discovered during pulling down operation.
Commissioner Stuart Beckford, head of the Jamaica Fire Brigade, will have more in subsequent newscasts. Commanding officer for the St. Andrews Central Police Division, Senior Superintendent Mark Harris, is warning violence producers that the police will be unrelenting in their efforts to bring them to justice. The St. Andrews Central Police launched a number of targeted raids in the division following recent violent incidents. SSP Chambers says the police are concerned following an uptick of violent activity.
The last quarter of 2024, we have seen an increase in murders and serious crime in the division. Since the start of 2025, the same thing has continued. We have been appealing and warning men and criminals to put down their guns and stop the mayhem. I am now changing the focus. It's action time in St. Andrews Central Division. It's not business as usual. Let me tell you, it's my 2nd day on the job in this division, and the mode has changed. It's action time. I am not going to tell anyone to put down the guns. We are coming for them. We'll be coming for the guns. And if you decide to put them down, tell us where. Simple. As of today, it's a different ball game in this division, and I hope who have ears to hear will hear.
He said that the police are technically equipped to go after criminal elements in various communities.
The mission is very simple, is to deliver professional and impartial services aimed at protection of life and property, maintenance of law and order, reduction of crime, as also preservation of the peace. And you know, the intelligence arm is allowing us to detect a lot of these issues. That is why I can stand here today and tell you what is happening in the Swallowfield, Nannyville, and Backbush area, and section of Matilda's Corner Police District and the Stadium Police area.
Senior Superintendent Mark Harris, commanding officer for the St. Andrews Central Police Division. 2 foreign nationals are among 4 persons slapped with gun charges following an incident on Princess Street in downtown Kingston on Wednesday, January 8. The 2 are 22-year-old Antoine Latchman of Woodville Road, London, in the United Kingdom, and 34-year-old Javid Johnson, a medical doctor of Mount Vernon, New York, in the United States. Reports are about 11:35 p.m. on Wednesday, a police team observed that a Suzuki Swift motorcar traveling along Princess Street had breached the Road Traffic Act. The vehicle was intercepted with Latchman and Johnson aboard. Further reports from the Denham Town Police are that while interviewing the driver of the motor car, the team of lawmen observed a firearm in a handbag inside the motor vehicle. The police say the firearm was taken from the handbag. Upon inspection, it was observed to be a Glock pistol with a magazine affixed containing 9mm rounds of ammunition. Latchman Johnson, along with 37-year-old Shade Ramprasad, a nurse of Mount Royal Estate Bridgeport in St. Catherine, and 26-year-old Akeem Sang, a higgler of Congreve Park, also in Bridgeport, who were all in the vehicle, were all taken into custody. They were later charged for the possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. The PMP is mourning the loss of Harry Douglas. They say Comrade Harry Douglas served as the Member of Parliament for St. Mary's South Eastern from 1989 until his retirement in 2007. He has been described as a dedicated member of the party, and he used his career to improve the lives of the constituents. His tenure was characterized by visionary leadership and tangible achievements according to the party. Among his most notable contributions was the construction of an educational institution, the Anoto Bay High School in St. Mary. And now for news in the region. The People's National Movement PNM leadership race in Trinidad and Tobago has been settled in favor of Stuart Young, with all 21 MPs supporting him. It's official that Energy Minister Young will succeed Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, and he will also be the party's candidate for political leader ahead. The 9 MPs who initially balked at signing an endorsement letter for Young will sign the document. On the international scene, 4 wildfires are currently burning around Los Angeles. At least 16 people have been killed so far, 11 attributed to the Eaton fire and 5 to the Palisades, while 13 others are missing. People displaced by fires are arriving to hotels and finding room prices are higher than advertised, and one estate agent says landlords are asking for huge sums for rentals. Police say they have arrested 2 people who posed as firefighters to loot homes. Officials say they will crack down on robbers and people who overcharge for services. And now to sport. Ash Gardner's fine all-round performance proved the difference as England were beaten by 4 wickets in the first one-day international of the Women's Ashes in Sydney. Gardner took 3 for 19 as England were bowled out for 204 and then scored an unbeaten 42 to lead Australia to victory with 11.1 overs to spare. England showed glimpses of promise and Australia signs of fragility in losing their 6 wickets, but Heather Knight's side paid the price for a wasteful batting performance alongside sloppiness in the field, which included Sophie Eccleston dropping Gardner on 31. The visitors fought admirably with the ball, with fine economical efforts from Lauren Bell and Eccleston, but Australia were rarely under scoreboard pressure after batting innings that was littered with soft dismissals. And now for a recap of the top stories making the news at this hour. 3 children killed in fire in St. Anne. Commanding officer for the St. Andrews Central Police Division, Senior Superintendent Mark Harris, is warning violence producers that the police will be coming after them. 2 foreign nationals are among 4 persons slapped with gun-related charges following an incident on Princess Street in downtown Kingston. You can find the news on our website at nationwideradiojm.com and on the Nationwide app available on Google Play and the App Store. Use this next at midday, but coming up next, it's Urban Paradise with Diane Ashton Smith.